Latest news: no BTS reunion this year. Members finally speak out. Suga to be released soon, and Jungkook feared to have serious injury. There will be no BTS reunion in the near future. This disappointing news comes amid the excitement of fans who have been waiting for the return of the global K-pop group after a long and uncertain period of mandatory military service. What exactly is preventing the BTS reunion? Why are the members starting to speak out one by one? And is Jungkook's arm condition more serious than initially thought? Until today, the discourse on BTS's return as a full group has not led to certainty. Instead, there are worrying reports from each member. One of the most striking is Jungkook's latest condition, which makes fans wonder and worry. In a recent live broadcast, fans quickly noticed a striking scar on the magne's arm. The scar is not just a visual detail, it is a signal of something deeper, a possible serious injury sustained during his military service. Jimin, who was with Jungkook in the broadcast, tried to explain that the idol worked in the kitchen during his service. But that narrative raised more questions than answers. Is the scar just the result of ordinary kitchen work? Or is there something that has not been fully revealed? Behind the innocence of the narrative about cooking work, fans suspect that Jungkook experienced extreme physical pressure, evident from the wounds indicating the use of heavy equipment for long periods. Many fans have begun to defend Jungkook from the stereotype that kitchen duty is a light task. Speculation increased when Jungkook's military photos were compared with his colleagues. The number of badges on his uniform, which were fewer than other members, sparked allegations that his efforts received less official recognition. However, the global fan community quickly dismissed the notion, stating that proof of dedication does not always come in the form of medals. The scars on Jungkook's body are considered a real representation of dedication without the spotlight. Adding to the pain, it was also revealed that the process of changing Jungkook's tattoos before his military service caused significant damage to his skin. His tattoo artist finally spoke out, stating that some of the old designs had eroded the idol's confidence. The tattoo removal and cover-up process, which has been going on for more than a year, is said to be one of the toughest projects he has ever handled, both technically and emotionally. The artist even admitted to experiencing hair loss due to the pressure of completing a project that was so important to Jungkook. On the other hand, positive news came from Suga. The member who was absent earlier due to being placed as a social worker in his mandatory military service is scheduled to officially leave on June 21st. Although Big Hit Music is not planning a special event, fans are still preparing to welcome Suga back from his long break. Through a voice message in the BTS Festa celebration, Suga admitted that he missed fans and imagined the moments when he could return to performing in front of the public. But unfortunately, he also confirmed that there are no definite plans for a group reunion. Suga's return gives a little hope, but the next year will still be a long wait for ARMY. BTS's full comeback is rumored to be happening in March 2026, according to credible industry sources. The date is still far away, but it signifies that there is a big movement being prepared behind the scenes. To give an exclusive stage to BTS, other boy groups under HYB, including ENHYPEN, have even moved their comeback schedules earlier to January. Meanwhile, RM, the leader of BTS, has taken a different step. After completing his military service, he immediately plunged into the world of visual arts. Announced as the global ambassador of Samsung Art TV, RM is now a figure bridging the world of K-pop and modern art. He is not only the face of the campaign, but also an active curator at the Samsung Art Store. RM's personal comments on selected works of art will be displayed directly on the screen, giving fans an in-depth view from his perspective as an art connoisseur. But it's not just RM who is choosing a different path post-military. J-Hope recently surprised the public with an emotional confession regarding a serious ankle injury he sustained during his service. The injury forced him to stop heavy physical activity, including team sports that he previously enjoyed. In an exclusive interview, he revealed that the physical and mental recovery process he underwent had drastically changed his lifestyle, including a now strictly maintained diet and a more controlled exercise schedule. But what is more touching is the recognition of the change in J-Hope's relationship with his father. Once rejecting his son's career path in the entertainment world, his father is now present at all of J-Hope's solo concerts, even proudly carrying his son's album to the classroom where he teaches. This transformation is a symbol of the personal struggles of the BTS members who not only struggle on the global stage, but also in the smallest, most private spaces, their families, bodies, and minds. So, why hasn't there been a reunion? The answer comes from within. In a separate interview, one of the BTS members stated that their return as a group must be done with careful preparation and the right time. "We will not perform just because the world demands us to do it," he said. "We will be back when we are all ready, in body, mind, and heart." One thing is for sure, although there is no BTS reunion this year, the seeds of revival have begun to grow. Suga's return, the individual activities of the members, and intensive communication with fans are the foundation for something bigger in the future. But until that time comes, ARMY must be patient and continue to pay attention to the small details, such as the scars on Jungkook's arm, which secretly tell the story of the sacrifices, transitions, and maturity of the idols they love. And perhaps that is the essence of BTS today. Not just 7 young men who sing and dance together, but 7 individuals who struggle hard in silence, each with their own stories, wounds, and hopes that are still pending. The story behind the absence of the BTS reunion, reality or media engineering, continuation of the previous article, in-depth facts, reflection invitations, and public criticism of the K-pop media phenomenon. BTS is not coming back this year. That's for sure. But are the reasons given to the public the real reasons? Did the scars on Jungkook's arm really come from hard work in the military kitchen? Or is there another story being deliberately covered up? These questions now fill online discussion forums, from TikTok to Twitter, from YouTube comments to global fanbase posts. And one thing is clear, what appears on the surface is not necessarily the whole truth. Some fans believe that the wounds on Jungkook's body are a real sign of his sacrifice during his mandatory military service. However, others question, why is this narrative emerging now? Why is the visual of the wound highlighted when media attention to BTS is starting to weaken due to the group's hiatus? Is it possible that this is a form of strategy to keep BTS's name at the top of global trends? Isn't it too coincidental that all these emotional details, scars, hidden injuries, tattoos that damage self-confidence appear at the same time? These questions cannot be simply ignored. Let's think about this together. Are we, as the public, being conditioned to feel sorry in order to remain emotionally attached? Did each of these narratives emerge organically from the members, or were they carefully crafted by PR and media teams to evoke mass sympathy and loyalty? We know that the K-pop industry is very structured. Every statement, every upload, even every live broadcast usually goes through strict filtering by the company. So we should ask, did Jungkook freely display the scars, or was it part of a visual message that had been deliberately designed? Not just Jungkook. Look also at how Suga was announced to be leaving the military without a fan meeting or public welcome event. Of course, the official reason is for safety and to avoid crowds. However, could this also be part of a narrative that wants to emphasize the simplicity and humility of an idol who is actually very popular? Is this a strategy to place Suga in the image of a low-profile hero in the public's mind? So, what do you think? Is all of this really happening, or do you see patterns that indicate something bigger is being played out behind the scenes? Please share your opinion. We want to hear your critical voice.